Hello, I'm Mark from Motion Index Drives. Today we're looking at a very large transfer unit. This transfer unit is fabricated from a very heavy steel weldment of rectangular tubing. It's reinforced with some large steel plating underneath and gusseted at the feet for very high load carrying capacities. The unit consists of 3 linear rails. These are high capacity roller rails, not ball rails, for extremely high loading. The rail in the middle is for structural rigidity for the middle of the carriage plate that the customer will use for mounting of their very large structural frame. In the middle of the unit, there is a very large helical bevel gear reducer. Right now for testing, we have an AC motor running it. The customer will at the end of the day, install a servo motor. Along with this unit, we have an IGES cable carrier for mounting of their servo cables for their servo motors. There'll be one for the transfer and one for another unit that's mounting on the top. In addition to that, we also have a automatic lubricator for the pinion. The rack is a helical bevel rack. Again, extremely high load carrying capacities. And underneath the carriage, we have this black line. There's one on each side where there's 2 rail brakes. The rail brakes are pneumatic. They are pneumatically released, spring engaged in case of a power outage or air loss. This would hold the carriage plate very, very rigidly to the rails. And whenever it wants to be released, we have this small air compressor connected right now, just for example, to keep the brakes released so the unit can actually move. On both ends, there are very high load capacity bump stops that are heeled to the main base frame. In case of some type of emergency failure or some type of programming issue, these bump stops would stop the load from moving. The speed is relatively slow because it's an aerospace application. The speed requirements are not very high, but we can of course make units that are much, much faster if need be, depending on the load carrying characteristics that are required. Thank you very much for your time.